So I've been doing this for over a month now.
Doing what?
Flipping off cops and telling them. And I've been waiting for this because I knew there was some ignorant little bitches out there whose ego just couldn't take it.
That's the unfortunate part about this job, man.
Yeah, you got to leave your ego at home, and
I know, I agree.
And half of them don't.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And half of them don't, like this guy. He couldn't just take that. Somebody said, "F the police."
What's going on, folks, and welcome back to the channel. On this channel, we highlight videos of police interactions and of those who get their rights violated by the police. Today's particular video is brought to us by the way of this channel here, Angst Audits. You guys will see why this guy's channel name suits him very well. In this video, this man and his wife are pulled over by the Hamilton Sheriff's Office out in the state of Montana. The reason this cop gives for stopping these folks was the yelling of profanities from out their car window, which we all know is not against the law. This driver yells out "F the police," which falls under being protected under the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. If you folks haven't already knew that, the cop in this video steps way across his boundaries of his job, and I want you folks to go ahead and check this out. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
Pulling me over for?
So disorderly conduct and obstructing a peace officer.
So my freedom of speech?
So you yelling out the window, flipping me off, is distracting me from my job and hindering my investigation that I was roadside with.
No.
Okay. Well, that's
obstruction is a physical
so
act.
Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
Yes, I have everything.
Okay. Can I have that?
I would need a lawful reason for the stop.
Disorderly conduct and obstructing a peace officer.
That's
You can hand me your license.
obstruction is a
Right
physical
now you're
act.
obstructing me again. So do you have your driver's license, registration, and insurance?
Yes. I'm gonna need a supervisor.
What's that?
I'm gonna need a supervisor.
A supervisor?
Yeah, so the backup you called, hopefully it's a supervisor.
You're gonna have to cancel the order.
Negative. If you get this.
No, I'll just let it run and I'll tell them I got pulled over for no legal reason. One of these is registration. I need a name and badge number.
Sorry?
Name and badge number.
Deputy Helmer in 1328.
You do realize that pulling me over for my freedom of speech is a violation of my First Amendment right. You will lose your qualified immunity for this, you know.
That's fine.
And I will take you to court.
That's fine.
All right.
So you should read up on the disorderly conduct law.
I have all my information right here. And I will be giving it to your supervisor when he shows up.
You can hand me your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance, as well as the passenger, please. You are requested by law to do so.
I have it right here.
A lawful command to give me your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance, as well as your passenger.
Passengers don't have to ID.
Yes, they do.
That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
And the disorderly conduct.
There was no disorderly conduct. That's freedom of speech.
Okay, sir, I'm going to give you one chance.
I'm going to ask for your
So I'm gonna ask for
supervisor.
your driver's license one more time. If you fail to identify yourself, okay, I'd like to have it.
I have to present it. I don't have to give it to you. I have to present it.
And I'm asking for your registration and insurance.
Right here.
I can't read it through the window.
You know you're going to lose your qualified immunity for this.
Okay, that's fine, sir. I don't really care about that right now.
Yeah, because it's the taxpayers that pay for the lawsuit that you caused. I know.
Okay. And do you have your license?
It's in the back seat.
Okay. What's your name?
I plead the fifth, sir. Sorry, I'm
Okay, you are required to identify
invoking
yourself
my
because
right.
What I saw on my traffic stop was you flipping me off. And
First Amendment protected speech.
I don't know who flipped me off.
First Amendment protected speech.
At this point in the video, folks, this cop is already crossing many boundaries. As the passenger of a vehicle being pulled over, you are not obligated to give up your identification upon an officer's request. In this case, I don't even believe the driver should have been obligated to identify himself, considering he didn't break any law. No matter what the statutes of limitations are in the disorderly conduct law, it does not trump what is protected under the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, as well as any other rights in the Constitution for that matter. Shouting profanities and giving obscene gestures are actions that are considered protected under the First Amendment, and it's cops like this, folks, that make it very important for us to know what these rights are. Let's go ahead and keep watching.
Okay, so, sir, please educate yourself on disorderly conduct before you start spouting it. Okay?
You
Please
can't
show
make a
your
law
light off my
against
face.
any
My
of
eyes.
my constitutional
I
rights.
need your name. And contact information.
Can you guys get the lights off my eyes? I have a migraine
It
and
is
I'm
not
killing.
on your eyes.
It's right in my eyelight.
Okay, what is your name? Right now you are obstructing. And I'm just going to let
My
you know
name
that.
is Ruth,
Ruth?
but I refuse to give you my last name.
All right, what's your last name, Ruth?
I just told you I refuse to give it to you because you do
Okay.
not need it.
Guys, I'm not playing this game over and over with you, okay? I'm telling you you're obstructing me because you committed...
You don't know what obstruction is. You don't know what disorderly is. Those are first
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm done with you for right now.
All right,
I'm
so-
talking to her.
I did nothing wrong.
So, Ruth, what's your last name?
I've done nothing wrong.
Hey.
What is your last name?
First Amendment protected speech. That's what this is.
What is your last name? If you fail to identify yourself to me, you will go to
Yeah.
jail tonight.
You could get one too. First Amendment protected
In
free
here.
speech.
How do you spell that?
Free speech. First Amendment.
Okay, the lights, please. Please, I can't.
First
It
Amendment.
doesn't bug me.
No,
That's what you pulled
have
me
a
over for.
concussion.
Okay?
The
And
bright
I'm not
lights.
shining my light at you.
Where's
No,
your
he
supervisor?
keeps shining the light over here.
Wait, I called. Give me 1 minute, guys.
My eyes can't handle this.
You do realize that he pulled me over for First Amendment protected free speech?
Well, he's saying it's disorderly conduct. So
Yeah, flipping him off and saying fuck the police isn't disorderly. That's First Amendment free speech.
Pulling this guy over for flipping him off is definitely a First Amendment violation, and demanding identification is a Fourth Amendment violation. One of the comments that we get often is, there are no good cops. And I gotta ask you guys, if there are any good cops in this video, where are they? They just explained to the deputy that they were pulled over because the other deputy had his feelings hurt, but this cop is saying that there's nothing he can do about it. And that's why, folks, many of you guys say that there are no good cops.
there's not much I can do.
All right, well, you could stop shining the light in here, Hurt. All right, you were just doing it 2 seconds ago. You guys need to learn what the actual laws are.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to have a cigarette.
You realize it's First Amendment protected free speech. You guys are pulling me over for.
I didn't make the stop.
Well, you could let them know what First Amendment protected free speech is. And you could also let me know what your name and badge number is.
Yep. Branson 15.
Name and badge number.
Deputy Rollins, badge number 1315.
All right, because nobody here is stopping him from violating my First and Fourth Amendment rights. Everybody's qualified immunity is going to be up for grabs. Everybody's qualified immunity will be out the window.
Yep.
You got an ETA on that supervisor?
I really need to smoke.
You asking me?
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't radio on behalf of
but you got a radio. You can hear when he says he's coming.
He's with the county. I'm with the city. You're helping him out. So
All right, well. Have his little buddy over here call and see when the supervisor's getting here. When's your supervisor getting here?
I'll call him. The radio's dead, but I'll call him.
The other guy was supposed to have already called him. Instead of calling the supervisor asked for, he just calls for more backup to violate my rights. He doesn't know what free speech is. I bet you he doesn't even know the 5 points of the First Amendment. There's 5 points. The free speech is just the first one. I also got the redress of grievance with my government, which is the flipping them off and telling them to fuck you or fuck police. It's all protected. Free speech. Literally. Supreme Court ruled on it numerous times. This is going to be lovely. I notified him before he violated my rights, so he knew he was violating my rights. That means qualified immunity goes out the window. I'd hope at least one of you guys knows that.
Hey, Bear Creek. So he's about 7 minutes out.
All right.
But he's on his way. Okay?
Well, I notified this officer he was violating my rights before he did it. So qualified immunity isn't going to protect him.
Well, I don't know what the stop was for. He never said. He just asked.
He
for that.
literally said it on my camera. It's because we yelled "fuck the police" and flipped him off, which is First Amendment protected speech and redress of grievance with my government.
Your
And if
government? What's your government?
you guys, you're government agents, right?
Right. But you said your government, like you were implying that you.
No, it's what the wording of the First Amendment. Do you know there's 5 points of the First Amendment?
I know there's probably more than that. It just depends on the state.
No, there's 5
Because
points.
every state has its own amendments too.
Yeah,
correct?
but they can't.
Learning and knowing what our natural rights are in the Constitution should be one of the very first things that cops should learn in the academy when taking up the job. Cops throughout the nation have become so accustomed to operating their duties based on feelings and traffic infractions. They have made it a common practice to violate everybody's Fourth Amendment rights they come across by asking for their identification, especially of those who haven't done anything wrong. For those of you who are not yet aware of the First Amendment has 5 fundamental freedoms, those being your rights to freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. These are the 5 fundamental freedoms of the First Amendment that were written in order to protect you from government overstepping their boundaries with the people, like as you folks are seeing right here. Let's go ahead and keep watching.
Overturn anything
No,
in the
they don't.
Constitution.
They don't, but they just add things to it, right?
5 points. I got freedom of speech and freedom of redress in my government, which is everybody's government, the government.
Okay.
And he's violating on both of those.
Okay.
And he got my license and information, which is a violation of my Fourth Amendment. And I'll let him know that too.
Well, if he's conducting an investigation, you are required to identify, so that's not a violation.
Not if I haven't violated the law. He has to have a lawful reason. He can't just pull anybody over and ask them for whatever he wants just because he wants to. He has to have a lawful reason. A law that I broke. And this trumped up, disorderly or whatever he's trying to say is bullshit because it's freedom of speech. It's literally the First Amendment. No.
No, it does.
The only situations you can't be is you can't yell out shit like fire or rape in a crowded room. But I can yell fuck the police any day of the week. The Supreme Court already ruled on it. Flipping the cops off, saying fuck the police, literally protected speech. It's literally in a song.
It being in the song has
NWA.
nothing to do with it being a free speech.
Yeah, it does. Because they tried to ban the record. Because of that. And it didn't work because of free speech.
NWA references are a little bit different than you doing it up front and in person, right?
No. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. Just like I could say fuck you and flip you off right now. See? Is that disorderly conduct?
I don't think it is.
Because it's protected by the First Amendment.
It's not the way I perceive the law, so...
Well, you can't perceive the law whichever way you want. You have to follow the actual law. And the actual law says it's my First Amendment protected free speech.
Okay.
Numerous Supreme Courts have already ruled on it.
I'm not here to argue with you, man. I'm just here because he asked for assistance, right?
Well, you would best be assisting him in letting him know that he's violating my rights and he's going to end up with a lawsuit. And he might want to change his mind. You know, when I assist him with what would actually assist him in not losing his job and qualified immunity.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what was said. I don't know what was done.
Well,
I
you
don't know
can-
anything.
Well, if
Right?
you're here
I
to
wasn't
assist
there
him,
with
you could ask him what happened. And he'll tell you exactly
It's
what
not
he
my
told me.
investigation to conduct.
You're here to assist, right?
Assist, yes.
Yeah, that would be assisting. Finding out what happened and
No.
assist with the
I'm
situation.
letting him conduct his investigation.
All right. Well, you're going to be called into court too. Along
That's
with...
fine. I haven't done anything.
I'm gonna...
I'm
Well,
not
yeah, you're
holding
gonna
you
be a
here.
witness.
I'm not asking you any questions.
Well, you're going to be a witness that he did these things. And
I'm not a witness. I wasn't here when he stopped you.
You'll be a witness to
The
what
only
I've told
thing
you.
I've seen is him trying to make you identify yourself.
Unlawfully, yes.
That is
After
not
I was
unlawful.
saying it was unlawful.
If he has a lawful reason to stop you,
He
it's not.
doesn't have a lawful reason to stop me.
I
That's
don't
the
know
whole
that.
point. Well, you should
That's you versus
confer
him.
with your cohort over here that's committing the criminal act. And then maybe you'll
I don't know
learn
how
that...
many different ways I can tell you that I was not there, so I don't
Okay.
know why he stopped you.
Go
I got
ask
what
him.
You said, and I don't know what he said
'Cause you didn't
he's
ask
in
him.
the middle of doing an investigation.
on something that's not illegal.
I'm not a supervisor. I can't investigate his investigation.
So which one of you grabbed my door over there? You were the one that was on that side. Is it you that grabbed my door handle?
Yeah.
Which is another violation of my Fourth Amendment?
No.
Yeah, because I've...
If we need
Wow.
to get you out of this vehicle, we can
Nope.
take you out of this vehicle any way we need to.
If it was a lawful stop, which it's not. But I
I
also...
don't know
Hey,
that.
oh, I also had my paperwork out and was waiting for a supervisor.
He's almost here.
And I could have showed him the paperwork. But you guys
That's
are
not how
so
that works.
eager to attack people.
That's not how that
Yes,
works.
that's
We
how
don't
it works.
have all night to waste sitting here waiting for
Yeah,
you
you
to
do,
identify
because we're
yourself.
going to sit here all night waiting for him either way.
Now we are, yeah.
Because I asked for him, so he would have came here either way, and we would have sat here either way, right? Right. Okay then. So your argument is invalid. You guys just do stuff because you think you can, but you're violating people's rights.
Oh, okay.
That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment right. You might want to look up the.
Am I violating your rights right now?
You did by opening my back door.
I didn't open it.
That right there says that it's open.
Is it open?
Yeah.
It looks pretty close to me.
It looks like you tried to open it, and then you stopped as you were violating my Fourth Amendment right.
It looks pretty close to me.
Doesn't look pretty close to me. Looks like you tried to open it, and you stopped because I was already.
If I tried to open it, I would have opened it all the way, right?
No, because you already heard me talking about this motherfucker violating my rights.
Once again, I can only go off what I have, and I don't have anything because this is not my.
Because you won't ask.
Because what?
You won't ask him. You know exactly what happened because I told you, but he will.
Once he's out of his vehicle, then I can have a conversation with him. But he is currently working.
So is this new guy here? Is he the supervisor?
Nope, he is not a supervisor.
Does he know what anybody's rights are, and that I'm having my rights violated right now?
I don't feel like involving him in this.
Well, he's on the scene, so I need a name and a badge number.
I'm Deputy Kaczynski, badge number 1390.
Do you want to assist this officer in the stop and tell him that he is violating my rights for First Amendment free speech?
Don't know how that violates the First Amendment, but...
Well, he pulled me over for saying fuck the police and flipping him off. And if you know anything about the First Amendment, you know that that's a violation of my rights to pull me over for doing so.
I don't know the reason why he pulled you over. Like, as Deputy here was saying, I just showed up, so...
Well, one of you can ask him. That would be a good idea, right?
Complete an investigation.
Well, yeah, you guys could help him in the investigation, assist him, like talk to him, find out if something actually happened that was against the law, and assist him if it didn't happen.
Well, our supervisor's here now, so you can speak with him.
All right.
But I'm just going to tell you that, like, all of this could have been avoided by not doing whatever you...
By not...
Listen.
By not
That's why
using my First Amendment free speech.
That's why he stopped you, right? All of this could have been avoided. All this.
So I shouldn't use my rights because I'll get pulled over.
There's no need.
So don't use my rights and I won't get pulled over.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't be ignorant. There's a difference.
I'm not ignorant. He's ignorant for pulling me over.
I mean, I'm not just going to drive down the road and flip people off.
I am, because it's my free speech. It's my First Amendment protected free speech. And it's a redress of grievance with my government, because assholes like you guys have pulled me over and assaulted me for nothing.
I have not pulled you over, and I have not.
I said assholes like you.
Oh, okay. Great.
So I've been doing this for over a month now.
Doing what?
Flipping off cops and telling them fuck you. And I've been waiting for this because I knew there was some ignorant little bitches out there whose ego just couldn't fucking take it.
That's the unfortunate part about this job, man.
Yeah, you got to leave your ego at home, and
I know, I agree.
And
that's
half of them don't.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And half of them don't, like this guy. He couldn't just take that somebody said fuck the police and be on about his night. He had to go violate somebody's rights.
Ken? Corporal Mihalik, Sheriff's Office, your request supervisor.
Yeah, badge number?
On duty. What's that?
Which badge number?
1333.
All right, so you're an actual supervisor?
I am the shift supervisor.
All right, this officer pulled me over because I said fuck the police and I flipped him off, which is my First Amendment protected free speech.
Okay.
He is now violating my rights.
Okay.
It's also my First Amendment redress of grievance with my government. So he's violating my First Amendment right. He took all my information, which is a violation of my Fourth Amendment right because it was against my will.
Okay.
He has no lawful reason for the stop. And I'm hoping that you'll fix it.
For no reason.
Otherwise, we'll all be in court. And it will be a nice lawsuit.
Okay. Are you familiar with disorderly conduct, Montana Code Annotated?
I know that it can't violate my First Amendment right.
Okay. So disorderly conduct is when you disturb the peace by using profanities and such. So
Profanities are First Amendment protected speech.
okay. Well, that argument needs to be had in court.
Yeah.
So he's finishing up some paperwork right now, and then we'll get you on your way. All right.
You might want to stop him before it goes to court because you guys are all going to get sued. You're all going to be named in a lawsuit because you guys didn't stop him from violating my rights after everyone here was informed.
He's conducting a lawful traffic stop, so. Okay. He's conducting a lawful traffic stop, and you can talk to a judge about it. And then this is citation. Do you have 10 days contact the justice court or one of those two numbers? My name and badge numbers are at the bottom. It's
For what?
Conduct and obstructing a peace officer. Do you have any questions regarding that? Ken, this is for you. So
A ticket for violating my First Amendment rights, yes, I know.
Okay. Disorderly conduct and obstructing a peace officer.
My First Amendment
you have 10
right.
days to contact the justice court or one of those two numbers. My name and badge numbers at the bottom. Do you have any questions regarding that?
You need to look up definitions of shit and learn the law.
Okay.
Because you just violated my rights.
All right.
I'll see you in court, motherfucker. Fuck the police. Bitch. Give me another fucking ticket. Is it still disorderly conduct, bitches? Still disorderly conduct?
Alright folks, and this is where this video comes to an end. I want you guys to go ahead and leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. As always, the original video, as well as the channel links, will be down below in the description, as well as in the comments. Make sure you guys let them know I sent you. If there's anything we can take away from what we just saw, I think this video and traffic stop alone gives us a clear example of how cops back each other up, regardless of how they're conducting their job, such as violating the rights of the people. Let's just say that you don't elevate up in ranks in these departments by being righteous. It is actually policy within police and sheriff's departments to not intervene within the duties of their peers, nor to disparage the integrity of their coworkers. That's why it is impossible to create any sort of change from the inside. If you guys enjoyed this one, I want you all to hit the like and subscribe, as well as the bell notifications down below off to the side for future videos. Once again, for those of you who are not yet familiar with the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, the First Amendment protects your rights to freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Remember folks, in this country, along with every other part of the world, if you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. With that, I'd like to thank you all once again for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.